Hey guys, welcome to the first ever video of stud cubing. For my first video, I will be teaching you how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So the first thing you're going to have to do is learn basic cubing notation. So the cubing notation is basically how different algorithms are stated in text, so that way if you don't need to go through this video and watch the moves I do every time. You can just look at the algorithms in the description. But I do highly suggest watching this video because it will definitely give you a lot of insight. So the first part of cube notation is we're going to learn what the two different types of moves are. There are normal moves, and then there are prime moves. So prime moves is basically a counterclockwise turn on a specific face. And a normal move is a clockwise turn. So for example, the move that I just simply stated with R is this, where we turn the right side of the cube clockwise. And our prime move would be turning it counterclockwise. This provides true for every single face on the cube. This is the U face, this is the D face, this is the F face, this is the L face, and this is the B face. So that would be F, that would be F prime, that would be U, that would be U prime, that would be L prime, and that would be L. That is just simply basic cube notation. That's all you're going to need to know for the algorithms today. So now that the cube is scrambled, I'm going to start teaching you the 7 steps on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Step 1 is you're going to have to find the white center and complete the white cross. So here's the white center right here. And you're going to find white edge pieces, which are pieces that are directly in between two of the centers that have a white face on them. So the edge pieces, for example, this would be this piece, which has the red and the white on it. These pieces can never be separated. Whereas this piece is a corner piece because it has 3 colors on it. It has blue, orange, and white. Okay, so now we're going to find as many of these as we can and put them onto this face right here, intuitively. So you see this one, as I see if I move it over, I can do an F2 to place it in. And then for the next one, I can just do an L move to put it in. Now for the last piece, we have to find it here. And you see, if we just put this in like this way, it takes the other one out. And if we put it in like this way, it goes in flipped. So the way we're gonna want to do this is we're gonna take it out to the top layer, move it over, and then put it in like this. And then undo that move. Now we have the cross solved, but not really. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to line up these. So we got lucky on this one, and we can just do one D move, and now all of these pieces right here are solved. But, for example, if the cube was like this, it wouldn't work. Because you see this piece, these pieces don't match up. They're not the same color. So in reality, this piece needs to go here, and this piece needs to go here. You're going to do that by taking one of the edges out with an F2, doing a U2, moving it to the back, and then doing another F2 to put it in, U2, and put the other piece in. This is what you're going to do for every single edge until every edge is in its correct location and the white cross is solved. That is step 1. Alright, so step 2 is you're going to want to solve the entire white side. And you're going to want to get all these 3 colors to be the same on every side. So basically, we're going to try to find a corner piece, which has 3 colors on it, that has one of the colors is white. So we see this one right here. This is a white corner because it's a corner with a white side on it. Pretty simple. So now you're going to find the other 2 colors. Other 2 colors on this are red and green. So now we're going to find the red-green centers, which are right here. And you're going to put that corner piece in between those 2 centers. Now you're going to hold the white face so it's facing to the other side of you. So this would not be what you want because the white is facing towards you. You want it like this because the white is facing to the right, or it could be to the left of you, depending on how the corner is oriented. Once you've done that, we're now going to learn our first algorithm. Once it's in this location, if you do this algorithm, you ready? Here we go. R, U, R prime, U prime. Pretty simple, but now that put this corner in. So now we're going to find another corner to do it with. Here's another white corner. And the other 2 pieces are orange and green. So we're going to find the orange and green centers. Here they are. Now we're going to move this piece so that it's in between these two centers. Hold the white away from us and do that algorithm again. R, U, U, R prime, U prime. Now this piece is solved. Now there's also another case you can find where, for example, this corner is white, but it has blue and orange on it. If we do it this way, the normal way, it doesn't work because white's facing towards us. We have to put it to the left of us, and we have to use a different algorithm here, because if we just do the same algorithm, then nothing goes in. So the algorithm that we're going to learn now is so the left side goes in. All right, ready? Here it is. L prime, U prime, L, U. All right, there we go. Now, for this last piece, none of this worked because white is on top. What you're going to do now is you're going to do one of the two algorithms we learned. I'm just going to use the right side one because I'm right-handed and it's easier for me to do that. So here we go. R, U, R prime, U prime. That's in there. Now I'm going to do it a second time. R, U, R prime, U prime. And now it's in the correct location. So we're going to do it a third time. R, U, R prime, U prime. And now that piece is solved. You could also get something where it is not even in the top layer at all. It's in this bottom layer right here, but it needs to flip. So what you need to do here is you need to hold it again so the white is not facing towards you. This would not work because it's facing towards us. Now we want the white facing to the right of us for this case, or sometimes the white could be over here and it's facing to the left of us. But for this case, it'll be for the right. And we're going to use that same algorithm we learned earlier, but we're going to do it twice. So R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. Now that piece is solved. And that is step 2, solve the first layer. Alright, now this is where it starts to get confusing because step 3 is we're going to try to solve all of these pieces right here in this second layer. It's called F2L in cubing terms, as in the first 2 layers of the cube. So now if you see this piece, we're going to find edge pieces that don't have yellow on them in the top layer. So you see this piece doesn't work because it has yellow on it. But this piece will work because it's green and red. So we're going to find the piece that's right here, not on the yellow side, and we're going to match it up with the center. So this is green, so we'll match it up with the green center right here. Then we're going to find the other color, and the other color here is red. So we realize if we do an F prime move here, this edge would be solved. But it messes up these. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn our first bigger algorithm. Even though it's technically our third algorithm, this is our first big one that you might have a longer time memorizing than, the simple other ones. So if you have to put it into the left side, here's the algorithm. Ready? Don't worry, all these will be in the description anyway, so it's also going to be easier if you just look down there to get them. All right, here's the algorithm. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And now you see the bottom side is still good, but this piece is now solved. And if we need to put it into the right side, we're going to use a different algorithm, but we're going to just do it opposite. So you see this edge is also conveniently solved, or not solved, but it's in the location we want it to be because it doesn't have yellow on it and the green is matched up with green. It won't go here, but it will go here. So to put it into the right, we're going to do the same algorithm, but the opposite of that. So it'll be U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And now you see this piece is solved. So now we're going to repeat that for both of these edges. So you see this piece, if we put it here, can it fit right here into this slot by doing the algorithm for further right. But let's say we get a case like this, where we get an edge in the spot, but it's flipped. So in this case, we're going to hold it so it's either the right edge or it's the left edge. If you hold it as the right edge, you're going to do the right algorithm to put this slot piece into here, which will also take this out here. This is what I recommend, but I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you can do it this way. So now you see it's in the top layer, and we can do the right algorithm that we learned before. And now, the third step, solving F2L, or the first two layers of the cube, is now done. Alright, now we're going to learn step 4. And step 4 is we're going to get all of these edge pieces on the top layer to be yellow. We don't care where they are on here right now, we're just trying to get them to be yellow. So there's 3 cases you could find. You could find this line case right here, this single center case right here, or you can get an L shape. Let's start with the simple one. If you have a line right here, you're going to hold the line horizontally, and then you're going to do the yellow cross algorithm, which is what I'm going to call it. You're going to use this algorithm. This is the only algorithm you're going to need to learn to solve the yellow cross. Alright, here it is. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. It's a very, very simple algorithm. Now, if you have the L case, you're gonna hold the L so that the top edge and the edge to your left is solved. But these two, edge to the bottom and the edge to the right, are not. And you're gonna do that same algorithm we learned before, but you're gonna do it twice. So here it is. And now you see the cross is solved. Now, if you get the single center case, you're gonna do the algorithm we learned. And you're going to do it twice. So here it is. And then you get the line shape. But you gotta do a U move to make the line horizontal. Then you're going to do it again. And now there's the cross. That was a little bit confusing, but after a lot of practice, it will seem really, really easy to you. So the next step is you're going to want all of these colors to be their correct spot. So we're going to turn the cube and get as many of them solved as we can. So this one we got 1 solved. See if we can get more. This one we have none solved. This one we have 1 solved. And this one we actually have 2 of the edges that are solved, whereas these 2 are not. So this is perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hold the 2 unsolved edges on the front and on the left. And you're going to do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, U. And now you see all the edges are solved. Now, if you get a case where, for example, like this, where you cannot get 2 of them solved together, like this one, then you're just going to do the algorithm at any location on the cube, and do it again to see if you can find one. So this one we do have 2, so we can do the algorithm. And now all these edges are solved. So our next step is we're going to get all of the corners into their correct locations, but it's going to be flipped. So if you imagine this corner right here, if I were to flip it like this, don't do this, but if I were to flip it, it would not be solved. But for this corner, it would be solved if I were to just flip it. Now the corner is solved. Now don't flip the corners on your cube, but that's explaining on what I mean by in its correct location, but it's flipped. So now for this algorithm, we're going to find one of those corners that is in its correct location, and it's just flipped. So this is this corner right here, and we're going to hold it to the front of us, on top, and to the right. And then we're going to do this algorithm. U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And now you see they're all solved. If they don't solve immediately, then all you need to do is do the algorithm again, and it should work. Now, this is probably the simplest thing you have on this cube. You're going to flip all these corners. And it seems complicated, but it's actually really, really simple. All you need to do is learn one simple algorithm, and you're going to do it over and over again. So in this case, if we're going to have one corner and hold it in the same location as we did before. It has to be an unsolved corner that needs to be flipped to solve it, not like this one. But then we're gonna do this algorithm until this corner right here has yellow right here on top. R prime, D prime, R, D. And we're going to repeat that until yellow is here. Now yellow is here. And now we're going to turn the U face to get another unsolved corner into there. So there's this one right here, and we're going to do the same thing again. There's the next one solved. Turn the U face, get an unsolved corner in. And then turn the U face until the cube is solved. Now, if you followed all my directions correctly, you should have been able to solve the cube. If you weren't able to solve the cube and you're pretty sure you followed all my directions correctly, just leave a question in the comments down below, and I will answer it. Well, guys, now you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and it will take about 2 weeks to learn. But once you do learn it, it'll be a pretty fun experience to solve. If you're really, really good, you can eventually get to under a minute, and even under 30 seconds to solve it. And you can sometimes, if you're really, really working hard, you can get to be one of the best solvers in the world, who can solve the cube in under 10 seconds. Now, that is really, really fast, and you shouldn't aim for that goal right now, but with a lot of practice, you can do it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and forward this to your friends so they can learn how to solve the cube too. You could form your own little, Rubik's Cube gang. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Stud Cubing.